Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. So last class was a live class, but that did not go well as I planned. So because of the network error, of course, and some students, because of some students said that they did not understand what I taught in the last video class or in the live session. So that's why I am going to start from again. Okay, that does not mean you don't have to watch the video, okay, because it will contain some other information, useful information. Okay, so we were learning about the square root of a number. What is the square root of a number and how can we find it? Okay, so before starting to understand what is a square root, first suppose the square of this number. Okay, so if I write 2 square, that means you are multiplying 2 by 2 times. Okay, that is the meaning of square. Okay, so the 2 square is the equals to 4. Okay, and similarly 3 square is equals to 9, 4 square equals to 16. Okay, so this is what we are writing in the form of numbers. But if we want to write it in the form of words, how can we write it? We can write it like this, that is square of 2 is 4, isn't it? And we can also write it here as the square of 3 is 9. Similarly, square of 4 is 16, isn't it? Okay, so that this is what I am writing in the form of words. Okay, English language, in the form of English language. Similarly, the square of 7 is 49 and then square of 9 is 81. Okay, so these are the square numbers which you already learned and memorize it. Okay, I know you memorize it, these numbers, and I am pretty well know that you learned the square from 1 to 20. Okay, so if any number, if I say any number from between 1 to 20, you can find the square of that number. Okay, but if I say which numbers square is 81, then you will say, sir, it will be 9. Okay, that 9 square is equals to, because 9 square equals to 81. Okay, so similarly, if I say about the 196, that which number square has 196 as the perfect square, so you will say that, sir, it is equals to 14, that is 14 square is equals to 196. Okay, but this is about the small number. Okay, but when I come to the larger number, can you tell me about which number square is this? Suppose if I write 784, now can you tell me which number has square as which number has square as perfect square as 784? Can you tell me now? I don't think you know which number has the perfect square as 784. Okay, so in that case, in the case of larger number, okay, larger number as well as the smaller number, in that case, if you want to find which number square is this number, you will use the concept of square root. Okay, so square root tell you which number square was this number. Okay, so now we want to find if you find the square root of this number, you will get which number was multiplied twice to get this number. Okay, that is the square of that number. So square root has the symbol like this. Okay, so whenever you want to find a square root of a number, you will write the symbol, draw the symbol and write the number inside this. Okay, so if you want to find the square root of 49, what you will do is you put a symbol here and place 49 under this symbol. Okay, this is similar to the umbrella, isn't it? Umbrella में आप क्या करते हो? This is umbrella. Okay, this is not a very good umbrella. I'm not a very good in drawing. I know you guys drawn pretty well. Okay, so this is an umbrella. Whenever rain comes, there is a raining, you will just stand inside this umbrella, okay, by holding this, okay, so that you will not get affected from this rain, and you will stay dry. Okay, so just like 49, okay, you are just placing this you are placing this 49 inside this symbol. Okay, so now you want to find the square root of 49, that is which number has the 49 as the perfect square. So you will find it as 7. Okay, so I think now you understand which is the square root. But okay, but in other words, you can also write 49 as like this. 49 is equals to 7 square, so you can write it like this. Okay, and in this you are writing like this. Okay, that is, you are in the LHS part we write 49 is the square of 7 and RHS remains same. Okay, so in other words, 49 simply means, okay, in the in the second chapter we have learnt about the exponents and powers. Okay, so in the context of exponents and power, square root can be written as the power of 1 by 2. Okay, I know you don't know that. Okay, that is why I am revising it again, because we missed some useful points in our last video class, that is the live class, due to the network error. That is why I didn't tell you this. Okay, so square root of 49 simply means you are taking the 1 by 2 power of that number. Okay, so now 49, you already know that 7 square is equals to 49. Okay, now write 7 square in the place of 49. You will get 7 square here and 1 by 2. Okay, now apply the law of exponent. What you will get? You will get 2 multiplied by 1 by 2. Okay, and I am pretty well know that you know about this and you know how to solve this. So you have to cancel this number. What you get here is 7 raised to power 1, that is equals to 7. So that means 49 square root equals to 7. Okay, that is how the process, that is the process of square root. Okay, that is what happened if we put this symbol and the result we get 7 here. Okay, this is the in between process of taking the square root. Okay, स्क्वायर रूट का मतलब यही है सिंपली कि अगर आप स्क्वायर रूट ले रहे हो 49 को, तो उसके बाद में आप डायरेक्ट आंसर लिखते हैं 7. ओके, बट द प्रोसेस इन बिटवीन दिस आर, दिस इज द प्रोसेस. ओके, सो इन अदर वर्ड्स, you write power 2 as the square, isn't it? If you have any number with the power raised to 2, you call them square, just like 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 9 square. Okay, now if you have the power equals to 1 by 2, if you have power 1 by 2, you called it as square root. Okay, now I think you know, I think you understand what does a square root means. Okay, square root simply means that you are putting a 1 by 2 power or half power on a number. Okay, so by putting a half power, you simply get the number which multiply twice to give you a perfect square. Okay, so that is what a square root means, simply means. Okay, so now you understand about the square root concept, but how to find a square root? Now we just learned that square root simply means taking a power 1 by 2, but here we know that 49 is the square of 7, that is why we write it 7 square and solve them. But in the case of 784, we did not know that which number's square is 784. That is what we want to find out. That is why we use the concept of square root, isn't it? So now we will learn some useful methods. Okay, what methods? The methods to find the square root. Okay, so what are those methods? There are actually 3 methods. Okay, so I will write it here. Okay, no problem. So you see, if you want to find a square root of a number, you can find it in 3 different ways. Okay, there are other ways, but in your course of class 8 mathematics there are only 3 methods. Okay, first one is repeated subtraction. Okay, this is the method which I hated most. Okay, I hated the method. I just don't like this method. Okay, you will know why I don't like this method. Then the second one is prime factorization method. And the last one is division method. Okay, so we will learn this method one by one. Okay, so first one is repeated subtraction. Okay, so we will now learn first the method which is named as repeated subtraction. Okay, just like the name suggests, what you have to do is you have to perform subtraction operation many times. Okay, that is you have to repeat a subtraction operation. Okay, but how many times you have to repeat, you will see. Okay, so first let us take an example, a perfect square number. Let us take 49. Now you want to find the square root of 49. So in repeated subtraction method, what we will do is we subtract odd numbers from this perfect square number. Okay, one by one. What are the odd numbers? Odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 and so on. These are the odd number. You will subtract these one by one. Okay, so first start with 1. You have to subtract 49. You have to subtract 1 from 49 first. That is 49 minus 1, you will get 48. Okay, then the result of this, you will subtract next odd number. So 48 minus next odd number is 3, you will get 45. Then the next odd number is 45 minus 5. Okay, so you can see that I am performing the subtraction operation repeatedly. Okay, again, sorry, I am just repeating the subtraction operation, isn't it? Sorry, this will be 40. So but there should be a limit to the repetition, isn't it? कहाँ तक हमको repetition करना है? Okay, so we have to repeat the subtraction till we get the difference as 0. Okay, हमको subtraction तब तक करना होगा जब तक आपको as a difference 0 नहीं मिल जाए. Okay, so then next one is आप 40 आपके पास में आ गया, 45 minus 5 आपने किया, 40 मिला. Then you have to subtract it again. 40 minus next odd number is 7. So 40 minus 7 will give you 33. Then the next odd number is 33 minus 9, which is equals to 24. Okay, so then subtract it again. 24 minus next odd number is 11, so 11 you will get 13. Then 13 minus next odd number is 13, so you will get a 0. Okay, now when you get 0 as a difference, you have to stop there. Okay, so but now you have a question in your mind that, sir, you are teaching us how to find a square root, but you are just teaching us how to find the difference of a two number, isn't it? Okay, so no, that's not the true. I am teaching you how to find a square root by repeated subtraction method. Okay, now you get the difference as 0, just that's mean you have to stop subtracting and count the number of subtraction operation you have performed. Okay, count them: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, then the number of subtraction you have performed to get the perfect square number to 0 will be equals to the square root of that number. Okay, that means now the square root of 49 is equals to number of subtraction. How many subtraction perform you have performed? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so that means 79 square root is equals to 7. Okay, so this is what about the subtraction, repeated subtraction method. Okay, so on the basis of this method, we have question number 1 of exercise 3.2. Okay, I already did one question in the live class, so I'm not going to repeat again. Okay, and those who did not submit their homework, okay, because some students said that they did not understand this method. Okay, now I think you would understand this method pretty well, and now you have to do question number 1 by yourself. Okay, because that was already your homework, and I already told you in our last live class that if I am going to teach this method again, then again this will be your homework. Okay, so that is why I am not going to do question number 1 here. Then now you understand the first method. Okay, which repeated subtraction method we have learned. Next is prime factorization method. Okay, so now we will learn about the prime factorization method. So second one is prime factorization. So in prime factorization method, just like the name suggests, first read the name, prime factorization. Okay, that means this method is related to somehow a factors, taking a factor of a number. Okay, but which factors? Factors have many kinds. Factors can be 2 3 4 5 6 and so on. Okay, but we have a prefix here, prime. Okay, so you need to concentrate only on the prime factors. Okay, so now what we will going to do in this method is we have a square number that is a perfect square number, and we will take the factors of it. Okay, but which factors? Only the prime factors. So what are the prime numbers? You know about the prime numbers. Prime numbers are those numbers which can be divided by itself and 1 only. Okay, so prime numbers start from 2 3 5 then 11 13 17 19, then you will have after 19 20, not 21 either, 22 bhi nahi hai, 23. Okay, then you will have 29 and so on. Okay, 31 also. These are the some prime numbers I have written here. Okay, you need to find the factors of perfect square number, only prime factors. Okay, so we will use these numbers only by taking out the factors. So we will start with the perfect square number, which is 1024. Okay, now we find its factor. We will find its factor. So 1024, you have to find the factors of it. So first, if you see the ones place has the 4 digit, that is, it is a even number, and every even number can be divisible by 2. So we will divide it by 2. Okay, because first number is 2, so that's why we have to check the divisible rule for second, sorry, 2. So it can divide by 5, 1, 2. Okay, then it again can be divisible by 2. So 1, 5, sorry, 256. Then the next, again you can divide it by 2, 128. Again even number can be divisible by 2, 64. Even number, again you can divide it by 2, so it will be 32. Then can be divisible by 2, 16, 2, 8. Then again divide by 2, you will get 4. Then divisible by 2, you will get 2, and again 2, you will get finally 1. Okay, now write the factors of 1024. So if you have noticed here, how many 2's are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have to write 2 multiply by 2 10 times. 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, 4, 6. Okay, but we are not finding a prime factorization, we are finding the square root of a perfect square number by the prime factorization method. So now what you need to do is you have to make the pairs. Okay, pairs किसके बनाएंगे आप? पेयर्स आप उसी नंबर्स के बनाएंगे जो कम से कम 2 बार मल्टीप्लिकेशन में आया हो. ओके, सो 2 and 2 is 1 pair, this 2 and 2 is 1 pair, this 2 and 2 is 1 pair, this 2 and 2 is 1 pair, and this 2 and 2 is 1 pair. Okay, now what you have to do is you will write only one number of each pair. Okay, in the multiplication. So in this pair you will take only 2, then you have the multiplication sign, then this pair you will take as 2, then the multiplication sign, then this pair also you have taken 2, you will take 2, then multiplication sign, and then again you will take 2 in this pair also. 1, 2, 3, 4, a comma. Okay, now multiply this 2, 2, 2, 2, so it will be 32. Okay, so that means 1024 has the square root of 32. That means 32 square is equals to 1024. Okay, this is what the prime factorization method is. Okay, so I think you understand the prime factorization method also. Okay, because if you not understand, you will be in few minutes, because we are going to solve our question number 1 of 3.2. okay, yes, our 3.2 exercise of second question. So exercise 3.2. okay, so 3.2 question number 2 says that you have to find the square root by using the prime factorization method. Okay, you have to find the square root by using prime factorization method. Okay, in prime factorization method, what we have to do is we need to find the factors of a perfect square number. Okay, but which factors? Only prime factors. Okay, prime factors you need to find, and after finding the factors you have to make pairs of the factors, and after taking the pairs you need to take only one number from each pair and multiply them. Okay, from this you can find the square root of any number. So first is 1156, that means you have to find the square root of 1156. How can you find this? First you have to find the factors of it. So I will begin with 2 because it is a even number. So it is a 5, 10, 7 to the 8, 14 and 578. So again 2 times to the 4, 8 to the 16 and 9. Okay. Now you see here we have the prime number 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, then 23, 29. Okay, these are the prime numbers. अब आपको 289 को डिवाइड करना है. Okay, so which number can divide 289? Is it 3? No, it cannot be 3 because the sum of these numbers are not divisible by 3. Then can be 5? No, because the ones place has not the digit 5 or 0, so it cannot be 5 other. It cannot be 7 either, nor 11, neither 13, but it is 17. Okay, so 17 can divide 289 by 17 times. Okay, then 17 can be divisible by 17 by 1. Now you need to find the pairs. Okay, so rather than writing 1156 equals to and writing the factors of this, we make pair here. Okay, हम यहीं पे pair बना लेंगे. So 2 has one pair and 17 has one pair. So now we will write the square root of 1156 as the multiplication of that pair. So first pair is 2 multiplication and second pair is 17. So we have 34. So you see 1156 square root of 1156 equals to 34. That means 34 square is equals to 1156. So that is the answer of our first part question. Okay, then we will do the next part is F, which is 2601. You need to find 2601, square root of 2601. So 2601, first of all, it is not a even number, so it cannot be divisible by these two. So the second prime number is 3. So we will check the divisibility for 3. So 2 plus 6 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9. So it can be divisible by 3. So we will start with 3. Okay, I think you know about the divisible rule. Okay, if you don't know about the divisibility rule, you today with your homework you message me. Okay, so 8 3 is 24, 6 3 is 18 and 7 3 is 21. It can be divided by 3 again. So it will be 3 2 is 6, 8 3 is 24 and 8 2 89. Okay, so again we have 289. You can see here 289 can be divided by only 17. So we will write 17 and 17 again. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to make a pair. So 3 has one pair and 17 has two pair. So 2601 has the square root of 3 multiplied by 17, that is equals to 51. That means 2601 is the perfect square of square number 51. That is the answer of our question. So the next part we will do is E part. Okay, E part has 3364 number. So we will begin with 3364. First, it is an even number, so we will start with 2, 15, 16 to 30, 8 to the 16 and 2. Again, even number, so that can be divisible by 2, 16, 4, 1. Now 841. Okay, so if you see the prime numbers we have here, after again this, okay, I know 841. Okay, which number can divide 841? So 841 can only divisible by 29. Okay, I checked it. That is why I had told you, because I already performed this. You can see. Okay, I'm not going to show you. So 841 can be divisible by 29, and then it will give you 29. So 29 times 1. Okay, now make pair. So 2 has one pair and 29 has one pair. So that means 3364 square root is equals to 2 multiply with 29, that is equals to 58. So yes, 58, that means 3364 is the square root of 58, which is the answer of this question. थक गया मैं तो बोलते बोलते, स्क्वायर रूट फाइंड करते करते. आप भी थक जाते होंगे ना ऐसे स्क्वायर रूट फाइंड करते करते. ओके, सो लास्ट पार्ट हम करेंगे, देन वी विल स्टॉप. ओके, सो नाउ you have to find the square root of 784, and those who know about whose square is 784, they can not write. Okay, you need to find the square root by only the prime factorization method. ऐसा मत करना कि अगर आपको 784 का स्क्वायर याद हो तो आप लिख दो यहाँ पे ऐसे करके. ओके, one of your one student from your class is doing this kind of work. Okay, वो क्या कर रहा है कि मैंने लिखा था क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 3.2 का क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 जो था वो आपको फाइंड करना था स्क्वायर रूट बाय रिपीटेड सब्ट्रैक्शन. What he has done is that he only write like this: 9 square equals to 81, 49 square root equals to 7. Okay, I also know about the name of the student, but I'm not going to say it because सिर्फ इसलिए क्योंकि वो आपको बताने के लिए कि इस तरह के भी वर्क हो रहे हैं. सो अगर उस स्टूडेंट ने ना अब सुन लिया है कि ये किस तरह का वर्क कर रहा है तो आप अभी संभल जाइए, बिकॉज अगर आप ये ऐसा एग्ज़ाम में करेंगे तो आपको मैं 0 दूंगा. ओके, सो बैक टू आवर क्वेश्चन. यू नीड टू फाइंड द 784 स्क्वायर रूट. सो वी विल बिगिन विथ 2 बिकॉज इट इज़ अ इवन नंबर. 3 2 6, 9 and 2. Again 2, sorry. So 1 9 6. Again it can be divisible by 2, so 9 to the 18, 8. So 2 again, 49. Now 49 can only be divisible by 7, so we will write 7, and 7 is the 1. So the next step is you need to make pairs. So 2 has this one pair, this 2 has other pair, and this 7 has one pair. So you see you have 2 pairs of 2, that means you have to multiply 2 by 2 times. Okay, 2. Then you have only one pair of 7, so that means you have to multiply by only one time. So it will give you 14 to the 28. So that means 784 has the square root of 28. Or I can say in the vice versa, that is 784 is the square of 28. Okay, so that is why I told you that if you know about this number, which square number is 784, but still you have to find its square root by using prime factorization method. That is why we are asked in the question in the first place. Okay, so students, that is for all our today's class. I hope you liked it and enjoyed it, and now I think you have some idea of the concept behind the square root. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Goodbye, but do your homework on time. If you cannot submit your homework on time, then give me your reason. Okay, अगर आप रीज़न नहीं देंगे तो मैं होमवर्क को एक्सेप्ट ही नहीं करूँगा. ओके, एक्सेप्ट भी नहीं करूँगा और चेक भी नहीं करूँगा. ओके, सो कीप दैट इन योर माइंड. सबमिट योर होमवर्क इन टाइम. ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर वॉचिंग. गुड बाय.